Dan, Christina, to understand the decision to reactivate, we have to take you back to January. That's when Secretary of Defense Jim Mattis announced a new defense strategy expanding America's military. Now, according to the Department of Defense, Mattis said there were also growing threats from China and Russia. So after almost 7 years of retirement, the Second Fleet reactivated today. Now, this time it has a new crest and motto, ready to fight, as you can see. Now, the ceremony took place on board USS George H.W. Bush. It was hosted by the commander of U.S. Fleet Forces Command, Admiral Chris Grady. Now the fleet will have authority and oversees assigned ships, aircrafts, and landing forces in the East Coast as well as the North Atlantic Ocean. Now it will also conduct plan, and train forces for maritime operations around the world. Chief of Naval Operations Admiral John Richardson presided over the ceremony today, putting Vice Admiral Andrew Lewis in command of the fleet. Listen to what Admiral Lewis has to say about the fleet returning to work in Norfolk.
This is where unique capability in the maritime exists, nowhere else, in no other country. And it's focused globally.
You heard it right there. A very cool situation for him. And after 65 years of service, the fleet retired for a few reasons. One reason was to save money by combining the First and Second Fleet forces. Before retiring, the Second Fleet was responsible for training and certifying more than 125 ships. In the studio, Megan Shin, 13 News Now.